There comes a moment in every person's life where something inside finally wakes up. Not slowly, not gently, but sharply, like a truth you can no longer ignore. You wake up to the reality that for years, you have been giving people discounts they never earned, access they never appreciated, and chances they never deserved. You wake up to the truth that your heart has been loyal to the wrong hands. Your silence has been misunderstood as weakness. Your kindness has been mistaken for naivety. Your patience has been used as a tool to keep you small. And then one day, you look at yourself and realize, I've allowed people to treat me at a level far below the value I actually hold. That's the moment everything begins to change. Life has a way of reflecting back to you exactly what you tolerate. If you tolerate disrespect, even once, you silently sign a contract allowing it to continue. If you accept excuses, you train people that your standards are negotiable. If you keep giving to people who never give back, you teach them that your heart is available even at the cost of your well-being. And here's the part most people don't want to admit. You can't blame others for taking advantage when you're the one leaving the door wide open. People don't suddenly change when you raise your value. Their behavior simply reveals what was always there. Some people were never loyal. You just never required loyalty. Some people were never respectful. You just kept forgiving. Some people never saw your worth. You just kept putting them on pedestals they didn't earn. Your standards are the silent language of your soul. They tell the world, this is how I expect to be treated. This is what I will not tolerate. This is the level I operate on. Meet me here or leave me alone. You can't teach people to handle you with care while treating yourself with carelessness. You can't expect someone to choose you when you keep choosing them over your peace. You can't expect mature connection while you're still accepting childish behavior. It's not selfish to expect respect. It's not rude to have standards. It's not harsh to protect your peace. It's self-worth. It's maturity. It's alignment. And the moment you stop negotiating your value, the moment you stop apologizing for who you are, the moment you stop tolerating what breaks you, that's the moment people begin treating you the way you should have been treated from the start. Because people don't respect what you say. They respect what you uphold. When you start valuing your energy, you stop over-explaining, over-giving, over-committing, over-apologizing, overstaying where your soul is starving, and you start choosing intention, choosing peace, choosing alignment, choosing environments that feed your growth, choosing people who recognize your value without needing a reminder. Your energy creates your future. Spend it where it multiplies. As you evolve, you will naturally become quieter, not because you're hiding, not because you're bitter, but because you finally understand the cost of being accessible to the wrong people. Distance becomes your clarity. Silence becomes your protection. Privacy becomes your power. Boundaries become your freedom. People will talk. They'll say you've changed. They'll say you're not the same. They'll say you've become distant, but they will never admit the truth. You became distant because they kept crossing lines you never should have had to draw. You became quiet because you realized your peace was louder than any argument. You became selective because survival taught you that not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. And that's what self-value truly looks like. Not ego, not pride, but clarity. Growth is expensive. It costs relationships, comfort, habits, routines, versions of yourself you've outgrown. But nothing is more expensive than staying where you are not valued. Walk away from people who only love you when you're silent. Walk away from relationships built on convenience, not commitment. Walk away from environments where you must shrink to be accepted. Walk away from apologies you had to give just to keep the peace you didn't break. There is nothing noble about holding on to what's hurting you. There is nothing loyal about betraying your own needs. There is nothing loving about abandoning yourself to keep others comfortable. Let them go. Let the season close. Let the chapter end, because your light will only shine the moment you stop dimming it for people who preferred you broken. When you walk away from what devalues you, you walk toward the person you were always meant to become. The greatest shift in your life will come from one decision: to stop settling for a life beneath your worth. When you value yourself, you stop begging for effort. You stop tolerating inconsistency. You stop attaching yourself to potential. You stop explaining your boundaries. You stop negotiating your standards. You start moving differently. You start thinking differently. You start choosing differently. You start loving differently. And people feel it. They feel the elevation. They feel the confidence. They feel the strength. Your entire life transforms the moment you decide you were made for more than what you've been accepting. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is your new identity. Start valuing yourself and watch the world follow. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening with an open heart. And thank you for choosing growth over comfort. Your journey is not invisible. Your progress is not unnoticed. Your decision to value yourself, starting today, is the foundation of everything you will become. Stay disciplined, stay focused, stay faithful, and never, ever forget your worth.